Okay, here we go.
Newton. No, yeah.
Power to the Truth. This is Beat That Deathland from the reading room at Sacramento, California. Christian Science Reading Room. And we're just going to do a little spin here today. And I'll try to pronounce my words clearly so you can hear what I'm saying. This is my brother, Gallo, aka Mike K. He's been a great inspiration in my life, and he still is. This is my brother Trigby, in his own Trigger. In his own way, he's an inspiration too, because he just helps to keep me going.
He just likes me because I brought him an umbrella on a rainy day. I said, Peter needs this. This is a tool of survival.
I still got that umbrella
All right,
too,
good,
so.
Good.
No, he's a good man. I don't care what I say behind his back.
Yeah. Anyway, before I forget, Darwin, he was a pastor. He was a minister.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a lot of people that were amateur scientists, and they in a lot of ways just made made history. And the learned men were the ones that studied the Bible and Greek and Latin and stuff like that. Didn't care about nature. It was second rate to them.
Oh, Newton tore the Bible up. I mean,
Yeah.
he went, but he was also into astrology and a bunch of other
Yeah.
things too. So,
Oh, yeah.
that guy was like super genius, but he was also super obsessive and kind of paranoid and all that, you know.
I think the problem with Newton was his fiance died right before the wedding, and they said he was
really?
never the same. Yeah,
Could be.
Yeah, he's depressive like me. He just sort of lost him when his honey died. Terrible.
That's sad.
Yes.
Well, how was your week, Mike?
Interesting. Dealing with limited sight is quite a change from researching the hell out of different topics on the computer and, being able to write some things. And the funny thing is, as much as I watch YouTube, I kind of feel free without it. It's strange. For me, it required a very busy mind, thinking about all kinds of things all the time. And now it's like, slow down, take a deep breath, that kind of thing. And I guess I'm kind of, what was that called when the space guys come down supposedly came back from the moon? Decompress. Just decompressing from all the, because even on YouTube there's infiltrators and people just putting spins on stories and all the other garbage. So, but a friend of mine, a lady friend of mine, is going to help me get a headset with a microphone, and I'm going to use the voice recognition thing in the computer temporarily, to write some stuff. And then the guy from Resources for Independent Living is trying to get funding for Dragon, which is supposed to be the top program for that. And he's going to get it for me for free. It's like at least $100. Otherwise, I went to Resources for Independent Living one time. They were calling some people at the Capitol about the cash out thing for the food stamps and holding certain people harmless that were in for a long time. They couldn't afford to have the cash out part of it. And then there's the other, the COLA thing, for seniors.
Cost of living increase?
Yeah. When I did that paper on, it's much bigger than SSI and SSP, in other words, all fixed income. I handed them like a 1.5-page article I found about how seniors' increase in COLA this year is going to be totally gone because of increases in other things, Medicare or something. Anyway, apparently they looked at it more seriously than I thought they would, because it included a lot of things like taxation and rent going bonkers and all the other things, part, those two things, as far as I know, they were going to try and get through on Monday
So,
as a proposition. I think.
dial it back to the cash out at some point. I don't want to interrupt, but I never heard of this before.
The cash out
Yeah.
is, how do I explain this simply? Because they cut out food stamps largely for SSI people,
Okay, yeah.
they wanted to reinstitute, would make it a cash out where you get more money in your benefits.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Your
Okay.
state
Yeah,
benefits,
yeah.
right? Okay, so it's just called cash out.
All right.
And then the COLA thing, and then the third thing we were going for was $100 increase, at least on the SSI and SSP, to bring people, believe it or not, we're below federal poverty level. So at least to bring it up to federal poverty level.
SSI is?
Yeah, and SSP is like, kind of like SSI, but the state funds a certain amount.
Right.
So I found out they had a rainy day fund of over $2 billion.
Jerry
from the
Brown.
State,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
They had a what?
Rainy day fund.
They
Jerry
call it
Brown.
a rainy day, like a slush fund.
Yeah, Jerry Brown loves carrying a surplus.
Right.
He
So,
did it the first time as governor.
well, what I found out yesterday he did was that actually he had another 2.5, and they're building 2 extra homeless shelters other than that one out by towards Richards. Where is? No, I'm sorry, out the light rail.
Okay.
It could house 250 people.
Alkali Flat.
No,
Okay.
further out. You know, where out of the city.
Okay.
That's what it was. So it can house 250, but only about 50 people showed up.
Really?
Well, I talked to Patrick about this, who's a caretaker over there. He knows the mayor in Hanson. He set up these kind of programs in Denver and Atlanta. And I said, you know, you're going to have a pretty large amount of people dropping out because they just don't want to be in shelters, especially when it's warm, right?
And you can't use
So that's what's been happening. You know, we were all kind of on the same page talking about stuff. But they want to open 2 more and bring the vagrancy laws back and say, either you go into a program, get your life straightened out, or get the hell out of here. Because what it's doing is screwing the city up.
You have to have $6.
Because they're coming over from Las Vegas. They put in the vagrancy laws, and everybody, you know, exited over here. LA's got, I think, has a vagrancy law, so does San Francisco. But we don't have one. So we're getting bombarded by people that had to leave other places.
We're supposed to have these pop-up shelters. Steinberg was saying that.
Yeah, I was asking them, is it like Quonset huts or something? I don't know. But yeah, that's one thing they were talking about. But the whole thing is, if you have 3 of those, that's 750 people you can take care of, you know? Part of it's up to them, though. But it's coming to a head because there's new people buying stuff on K Street, you know, the office, or the business fronts, and they're all complaining about the homeless thing now. Yeah. It's not just the businesses that have been there. It's the ones that want to come in. So it's like this huge block of people, investors, complaining about the whole thing.
Yes.
And I know they had a task force here in the city. And, it doesn't seem like certain things really worked out too good. At least they tried, but the thing is, you got to go to some new kind of plan. I'm not really for kicking people out, but I mean, if it's really messing things up that bad, I didn't know how bad it was getting, other than what I saw on K Street. You know,
The thing with the homeless issues, it's complex because you need to create a whole new department.
Right.
Because you need counseling, you need caseworkers, and besides just the housing, and then even the housing, you got to have like infrastructure. You got to have like bathrooms. You got to have sinks and toilets, and it's complex.
Well, that's what Patrick helped set up in Denver and Atlanta, but they haven't really done it out here.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, there was 2 programs he worked with people on there, and then the one in Denver, that whole city changed. I mean, it looks really nice now.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
like 25 years already in North Carolina and Michigan, here, New Jersey. I've been talking, but, you know, they were like, we can't get the funding for it. Or,
Yeah.
they didn't want to try.
It involves too many priorities.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
You know, 'cause
So it
like,
comes around first circle. Well, they're complaining about it again. Okay, so what about what I was talking about 25 years ago? You know, it's like dumb. To me, it's dumb. But they don't look at shit that way. Yeah, it is. It's really complex.
remember, in the USA, money is God,
Yeah.
and that affects. We have like an invisible umbilical cord that connects us with the whole
Yeah.
corporate capitalist system. So,
Right.
This is the land built on a dream.
Yeah, it wasn't a wet
Worship the
dream.
buck,
It was more like a dry home
Reign
dream.
supreme. Reign supreme. Anyway, I moved here in 1998 from Santa Barbara, and we were nationally famous for homelessness.
Oh, you were?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
Anytime Rush Limbaugh would get all over Sheila Lodge, who was our mayor, she had an unfortunate name of being Lodge, so the homeless camps were known as Sheila's Lodge. But when I moved here, I was shocked at how many
Sheila
people-
Lodge was who?
She was the mayor. Her husband was a judge. She was a big power player. And yeah, the homeless
In Santa
population,
Barbara.
yes, exploded by the Amtrak station and the big fig tree. And yeah, and unfortunately, yeah, everybody made fun of it. They said it's just Sheila's Lodge. So anyway, when I moved here in '98, yeah, I was shocked at how many people I saw here sleeping right downtown. It's like, what is going on here? I thought I came from a bad place. So, yeah. Anyway, let's remind everybody that the 10-year plan to end homelessness is 12 years old now.
Wow.
It's going to be able to
They're
vote.
a bit behind
It's
schedule.
going to be able to vote in another 6 years.
We need a re-up.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of priorities.
But I could see, I can see putting out a fair amount of funding to help them. But the other part of the equation is how many are going to want to receive the help and do it. Because with this, you know, our country's run on a bunch of systems that to me are pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
How are you going to try to reincorporate them when they left or stayed out of it because they didn't believe in the systems that were in place? I mean, I fight that battle too.
I think
How do you do
the
that?
big issues that is the ancient one between the haves and the have-nots. And
Oh, yeah.
now we have like $1 trillion psychopaths who control the world. That's sick. Not billion, $1 trillion psychopaths. And, you know, they could live with like, you know, nuking a couple of billion and, you know, they don't
care.
they're like, if there's a satanic force, they're it. You know, satanic, evil, and without getting into religion, but they're evil. And like, the more I research, hell, it gets me depressed about the fracking. It's all the stuff, you
Hey,
know.
who needs water? Come on.
Yeah. Water's overrated, huh?
We were watching a movie over at Central Library on Sunday. They have a classic movie series, the 1950s, 40 movies, and it was Shane, which is, I figured, this is a stupid Western, but I'll watch it anyway.
Oh, Shane.
Yeah, and the big thing was there wasn't enough water for the cattle ranchers who wanted open range and the small farmers. And that was their big issue. It's like, one guy says, look, I don't mind you being here, but you can't use the water. When we run out and our cattle die, you know, what do you expect? I said, well, yeah.
And if they use it for the cattle, then the crops die.
Right, and it's North Dakota, so there's probably not a lot of water.
No.
You know, maybe there's a lot of snow in the winter, but yeah, it's just, yeah, there's,
Yeah.
what was the line from Mark Twain about whiskey's for drinking and water's for fighting over? And that's exactly what the western states are like. And it got to knock a politician, even though I voted for him twice, Jimmy Carter. One of the first things he did when he was in office, he canceled a bunch of water projects. And people were telling him, no, this is really important. And to him, he's from Georgia. water's something you have in your basement. There's never a shortage of it. It rains 50 inches a year, you know. But out in the West, yeah, you know, water is really important. You know, Nevada, Utah, California are all arid or semi-arid territories. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. There was a not that I watch now, but a James Bond movie with that guy, that new guy, Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I think he's still doing it. He said he didn't want to do it, but it was called The Quantum
Quantum of Solace.
Solace,
Yes.
right? And that whole movie was about these trillionaires trying to control the water of the world.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie, and that was the one that ended up in South America. Was South America?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but they were trying to buy up resources quietly
Yes.
where water, you know, really good water was, and control the water of the world.
When you
That's
talk,
kind of what they're trying to do now.
when you talk to
Water and the seas with Monsanto.
when you talk to
Oh, yeah.
when you talk to conservatives about globalization, they're not really interested. You know, because it's not their.
Well, think about what Kissinger said. Food is the ultimate weapon.
Yeah.
But that includes water.
Well, yeah. And
So,
the thing is, when you talk to conservatives about globalization, they don't care because it's not their issue. But when you tell them in a patriotic sense, hey, French companies, Swiss companies are buying up our water systems. That's a threat to the United States. And you know, if you don't like it, fine. But it's like, no, you don't want people from the other side of the world owning your resources. That's not going to work.
it's like China owning a lot of land.
Yes.
They sold out this country. I don't know if it's a point of no return, but it sure seems like it's getting close.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's ridiculous. The other countries, that's what the whole big thing was about bonds for our country. Trading bonds for, you know, money, or which is fake anyway.
And then if China were to call in the debt on the USA,
Yeah.
we'd be bankrupt.
And they would too.
Actually,
We drag the whole world down.
actually, Japan holds a pretty fair-sized debt of ours too.
Yes.
So, if the Asian countries did it, even one of them, we'd be, well, actually, I think we've been bankrupt. They say since 32.
Well,
1932.
we had a balanced budget under Andrew Jackson in the 1830s.
Right.
And that's the last time we did not have a deficit. And some people argue that when you have to have a deficit, it's good to have a national debt for your economy. And it's like,
For credit.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think so. Just
No.
pay it off, you know. If Bill Clinton could do it, you know.
Well, we don't know if he did it or if they just made up the story. We don't know.
I thought they were doing a good job there until Bush
Bill
came
Clinton?
along. Yeah.
What I'm looking at more now is the whole ramp up to the war on Iran. And that's going to probably trigger off World War III.
Yeah, the Israelis.
Enough of the rumors is going to trigger it off because the U.S. making demands that Iran just looks at the U.S. as, you guys are fucking ridiculous, idiots. And Trump is trying to get them to reject it. He's trying to rationalize World War III because they got to have something to distract the public because people are getting fed up. People are getting nervy. People are ready to riot. People are sick and tired of the whole sick situation, and what better way than a gung-ho patriotic war? And then Iran, and it's just, I can see how it's gearing up like they did with Iraq. They're trying to do like another Iraq with Iran, but Iran's a powerful country. It's not like a pushover.
It's part of the greater Israel project over there, you know.
Yeah.
We want to take over, what was it, 6 or 7 countries and expand. Because those Mossad people are absolutely freaking crazy. Then you got MI6 helping them out. They work with the CIA here. Really?
They were the ones that did the big coup in 1953 in Iran, MI6. was or
Oh, yeah.
76. Yeah, when they elected a popular guy, the
How
British
bloody or in Iran?
No, Pahlavi was the Shah. He was the one we put in.
Right.
Mossadegh. Yeah.
That's right. We sent arms to Iraq, then we sent them to Iran, then we.
Yeah.
It was,
Now we have the CIA torture, Bloody
Oh,
Gina.
yes. It's just affirmative action
Insane.
for ladies who are sadistic. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's really affirmative action
Yeah,
program.
yeah, it's affirmative action.
who is it?
I forget the
Gina,
lady's
the
name.
new CIA director.
Yeah.
Dina?
Gina
Gina. A woman?
Haspel, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, she's a new CIA director.
She has a nasty reputation for being involved in all the torture stuff.
Oh, God.
But she was involved, and then she was involved in terms of what gets censored or not. And so she had to like non-censor herself, and there were tapes that were missing, that disappeared.
So she's just
Or
as bad as
they
Clapper or somebody like
She may be worse.
Probably worse, yeah.
They nickname her Bloody Gina.
Yeah. She's like that character in the James Bond story,
Which one?
Rosa Klebb, from Russia with Love.
No, yeah.
Yeah, she would not only approve torture, she would go sit in on the sessions. Yeah,
And they
really,
could participate.
really sick. No, she just watched. She liked it. She wore a special smock, a lab coat, and it would have like blood stains on it.
So we have a proven torturer, head of the CIA, and all the shit that the system does. I hate some of their moves, but what worries me more is the apathy of the American public. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're too busy. I mean, they are busy trying to survive, and the whole oppression of being in the USA, being in the land of the free and the brave.
The home of the brave.
I'm just trying to survive until my next little allowance next Monday. Shit.
Well, you got to realize something. The CIA actually does not disclose a lot of information to the president, any president, since Kennedy. Because what's his name was the one that basically gave the order to have him killed. One of the Dulles, John Dulles.
There were two.
Because he fired
John
Dulles.
Foster and Allen were the two
Yeah, but
brothers,
he fired the one that was
Right.
the head of the CIA. So what was payback?
And Bobby and
Yes.
J. Edgar Hoover were famous enemies.
Yeah.
One of them had to go.
Well,
Yeah. So anyway, Hoover outlasted him by a little bit.
so I'm just saying, the CIA, they do whatever the fuck they want.
And look back, like the CIA, kind of like it dictates foreign policy.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump will talk a lot of stuff, but see, he don't talk about the CIA.
Well, I remember he was at Oslo in the beginning. You kind of don't really hear much about it
Yeah.
anymore because they wouldn't tell him anything.
I still can't believe how many people, how many agencies he has managed to get on the bad side of. If you're a Republican, I figured the CIA would be with you, and the FBI, and a lot of the other intelligence agencies, and somehow they're just like, no, we don't like this guy.
Yeah, but you got to admit those intelligence agencies are pretty fucked up.
Absolutely.
They got rogue elements running
yes.
throughout.
But I would really expect them to back a conservative,
Not me.
Okay, I would.
If he goes against the agenda, you think they're going to back him? Nope.
No.
So that's what happened basically. I mean, they said there was already 6 attempts on assassinating him. Guess
Well,
what?
That happens a lot, though. There was that guy. See, this is the proof of what a country we are. There was that guy in Minnesota. The Secret Service was looking for him, and they caught him at the White House, across the street, something like that. He had 3 firearms and 150 rounds of ammunition, and he said he wanted to kidnap one of Barack's dogs.
That dog?
The girls had a pair of dogs. One was named Bo. I forget the other name of the other one. Anyway, they released him they gave him, you know,
They released him.
they gave him probation paperwork that said, don't go near the White House. It's like, this guy's a nutcase. He needs to be in a hospital. He needs to be under observation. He's obviously dangerous.
Well, he could have just made up the story about the dogs. He could have been after one of the people.
But
you know.
just the fact that he's armed and he was obviously talking to somebody back in Minnesota, and then he ends up in Washington, D.C. It's like, this guy needs observation. You know?
So
It's
were
like,
they going to appoint him as a lobbyist for the corporation?
it was one of those 15 minutes of
Probably.
fake stories. But everybody said, it's like, well, 150 rounds of ammunition and 3 firearms. Okay. Here's your paperwork. Don't jaywalk.
So we're in an insane country.
Well, it's seriously questionable. I don't know if we're insane yet, but it's just, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they're always asking me, do you want to hurt yourself? Do you want to hurt somebody else? Do you want to kill yourself? It's like, I don't even like shaving.
Suicidal ideation.
Yes, that's the thing they're looking for, and that's the justification.
And they try. It's almost like they try to persuade you that you're that way.
Well,
And it's
hey, one of my fair acquaintances, he asked if we were friends, and I said no. But he said he just spent 94 days at the detox.
Schmidt?
No, detox.
Where's it?
By,
Richard Boulevard.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
over in Richards.
Yeah, I said, well, what's that like? He says, oh, it's okay. You can't drink there. I said, well, yeah, because it's detox. But he says people go out in the patio all the time and smoke crank and marijuana. And I said, so it's not really a detox place. No, it's just a hotel. And this is the place that I tried getting into. Peter remembers this. I tried getting in there, and I ended up in a hospital later that day. People detox it. We're fine. And we don't take walk-ins. Get the police to bring you in.
Yeah. I used to work there.
Really?
That's
I
what
didn't know
they say
that.
more.
Yeah, I
You
worked
just
at
speak
detox.
at.
Really?
Well, when
Richards?
when I confronted city council, the lady
Right.
asked me if I'd speak. Oh, I said, sure, why not? I didn't, and that's when I could see and walk.
Yeah.
But I found out about you got to get cleared and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I went to the H&I meeting on Monday, and I'm going to speak at Salvation Army on East Street, I think. What is it? What's that address?
ARC,
I guess it is. It's right
Oh,
up
yeah.
here.
the rehab center.
Right, and
It's
then
across-
they want me to speak at the jail.
Yeah.
But, I got to get cleared for that.
Right.
But, yeah, I forgot to tell you.
That's where Larry Dayton was working last I heard of him.
Yeah.
So Larry died.
Yeah,
Really?
he passed away.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, Brother Larry, good man.
No. I remember him because I was one of the recruiters at American River College for Phi Theta Kappa, which is people with really good grade averages. And Larry was one of our people. I don't know if you ever joined or not, but I remember his name popping up. It's like, wow, because you had to have like a 3.75 grade average, I think, to get a recommendation. I'm just barely hanging on with my 3.5 so I can graduate with honors, hopefully. But yeah, I didn't know we were cast.
Yeah, Larry Dayton, good man.
Yeah, I worked with him a little bit when I was in Salvation Army, helping with some meetings and stuff over there. He was a pretty smart dude, actually. I was talking to him.
Yeah.
But, and then there was Bart, him, and a couple other people. I think they had to fire some of them because they were having parties in the back or some shit.
He had a good heart. So any last words? We're almost to a half hour now.
Just remember, if you're going to run an institution, don't have sex and drug parties. We've all been there, not literally, but we know about this too well. Well documented.
Don't get caught.
Yeah, that too, don't get caught.
Another hypocrisy.
Okay, Gallo.
So it's just another hypocrisy day.
Another day in the nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, power to the people.